Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of Real Talk with Shawn Smith. On this episode, we're going to be talking about art. And I have a guest on this episode, and he's going to introduce himself.
Hi, I'm Daniel Reic. I'm a 19-year-old artist. I'm from Arlington, Texas. I go to Texas A&M, and I make mixed media paintings. I make digital posters. I do a lot of things. So, yeah, that's kind of what I do. I've been making art for about 4 or 5 years, and yeah, I love it. It's my livelihood.
Yeah, man. I'm so happy to have you on the podcast. Yeah, the Christian podcast. So art has always been a passion for you. So how long you been drawing?
I wouldn't even say like I didn't really discover that I love art like I do now until like freshman. Well, maybe freshman year I really discovered like freshman year of high school I really discovered like the deep passion for art. But I've started drawing since I was a kid, like just like superheroes and anything. I remember waking up with like my little brother and we'd go like paint collages and do all that kind of stuff. So like I never thought of it as like, oh, I want to be an artist, but I now that I look back on it, like I see that I was always doing it. So yeah.
Okay, man, that's cool, man. So what inspires you?
A little bit of everything. Like in the past, I was always just inspired by other artists. Like I'm a big art history guy. I like looking at old artists, how they make stuff. I like looking at everybody's technique and what they're trying to channel through the human experience through their technique, and that just inspired me to like really look at life in different ways, look at my own experiences in different ways, and see what I can bring to a visual language, you know. So I mean, right now I've been really inspired by nature, and I've been really inspired by like mythology and fantastical stories and indigenous cultures. So yeah, that's what I'm inspired by right now. It's been pretty fun exploring, like researching those things.
Who's the artist that inspire you?
Like, could it be like musicians, or you just mean like digital drawing artists?
Like digital drawing.
Oh man, there's a lot. Like painting wise, I would say in the past Salvador Dali was a big one. But now I've been kind of transitioning a little bit. I've been liking like the Gustav Klimt stuff. I've been liking a lot of there's a lot of contemporary artists that I don't know the name of, but I've been like seeing their images and being like, oh, okay, that's what I want to get into. So yeah, a couple contemporary artists have been inspiring me lately, but ultimately I've just been trying to like explore and find my own voice also. So yeah,
man, that's cool though. So you recently had your art show. So how was that?
Oh, it was amazing, man. It was pretty surreal, like getting that opportunity and being able to show that to the people I love and to the people who like came to support me. I was really grateful for the opportunity, and it was a great turnout. You know, I was excited to be able to share that emotion and that experience with people. And I think that everybody who went kind of got a different. I hope they felt something different that they haven't felt before. You know.
Okay, that's cool, man. Yeah, it's so amazing to see it's so amazing to see people draw. Yeah. You know, love it though.
Do you draw?
No, I don't draw. I don't think I can draw, but I do know a couple of people who know how to draw. Yeah. And have passion for that.
Yeah.
But I just love to see, or especially the art festival. If you here in the DLW area, Fort Worth had every year in April. Fort Worth will have off of Main Street will have an art festival show. And I love to see everybody's heart, the creativity.
Yeah.
But do you also draw cartoon characters and all that?
I used to whenever I was getting started, but I haven't done much like illustrative stuff. But I used to be like a big anime guy, so I would draw like the anime characters and stuff when I was in high school, and that was always fun because you get to make like your own posters and whatnot. So yeah, but I still kind of carry that same kind of energy or like that spirit whenever I make stuff now. It's like I feel like I'm making my own characters whenever, or I'm making my own little world whenever I get to draw or whenever I get to paint. It's just it feels a little bit more personal, more serious, I guess.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Cause like I was telling you before, just a while ago, I was saying, man, one day I want to have my own cartoon show. Well, I have to get somebody that could help me draw the characters, you know?
Yeah.
Because this is one thing, and I had to discuss this with my friend last year. We was talking about why do the cartoon characters always wear the same clothes in every episode.
Yeah.
But some episodes they would change.
Yeah, switch it up.
Yeah, switch it up.
I don't know, man. Maybe it's just for like consistency of like recognizing which character is which. Like especially on a new show, like you don't want people guessing at who is who.
Yeah.
Like I get it for like an established show. Like if you're watching like the 12th season of The Simpsons, you could put them in different clothes because you know who's who.
Yeah.
You know? So I don't know. Maybe it's just for consistency, or it makes it easier to animate when they got the same clothes or something.
Wow.
Yeah.
I always asked that question when I was a kid.
Yeah.
They don't change their clothes. I guess that's too much.
Yeah. And I noticed that like a lot of times animators will do kind of what's most efficient was like there's a lot of people who do take creative liberties, but like especially if you're doing 2D animation, it's a lot to put like that detail into every single garment for each episode. So sometimes it's just easier to keep it similar each time.
Keep it similar.
Yeah.
And then what's so bad about in the cartoons, they don't grow up. They just like they show Arthur and Rugrats. They don't grow up at all. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's like you can make endless stories and seasons with them though. It's like they're almost like immortal in a way.
Yeah.
Even though like in the storyline they're not, but you know, with like Netflix, they only got, especially if it's a movie with some teenagers in it, or if it's a show with some teenagers in it, they only got like 6 or 7 years to make all the seasons they can before everybody start looking different.
Yeah.
Getting older, and they gotta switch people's stories up. So
yeah.
I mean, I think that's one thing that's like really unique about cartoons is that they kind of last through generations. Like, I don't know when The Simpsons started, but like the fact that
they started in 1989. It's been on a long time.
Yeah. So like I remember I used to watch The Simpsons in like 6th and 7th grade, and I would watch it all the time. And that's like 3 or 4 generations of people that got to experience that and love that show. And
wow,
it's pretty crazy.
Wow, yeah, it is pretty crazy. And somebody asked, a lot of people ask, when The Simpsons gonna end? They been on a long time for decades.
March should be 40.
Yeah. But do y'all think Fox gonna actually cancel them?
No, man. As long as it's making money, they ain't gonna cancel.
Because I'm looking at the ratings. The ratings is really going down.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it might. Maybe they'll introduce a new version of the show or something.
Yeah, like Family Guy. I used to watch Family Guy, but I don't no more. Like The Simpsons, I don't watch that no more. I prefer the old episodes. And then, but I really don't, because I really don't watch cartoons, to be honest with you.
Yeah, me neither. I'm a big like movie guy. Like I'll go to the movies and watch something, or even like if it is like animated, I'd rather watch like a movie version or something. The only really like long cartoon I keep up with is One Piece.
Oh,
So,
One Piece. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of, you big on anime?
I used to be. I still watch like my episode a week. That's why I keep up with One Piece, is because I caught up like when I was in freshman year, and it just comes out like one a week. So I just watch them a little episode a week. But every now and then, if I hear somebody who's like, "Oh, you should watch this," then I'll pick it up. But I'm not like actively seeking to watch.
I'm not that big on anime. The only anime show that I will watch is Pokemon.
Yeah, Pokemon. Yeah. No, I used to watch a lot of like Beyblade and stuff when I was a kid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I think what I liked the most about Beyblade was like, cause I used to read like Percy Jackson. Did you ever read Percy Jackson books? Well, it's like Greek mythology, and in the Beyblades, they all had their own like. The name was from some kind of myth or some kind of story from like ancient times, which I thought was really cool. So I would always like imagine everybody's different story, and I was really interested in like the narrative of everybody's little spinning top. So,
But art. So art is definitely a good way for people to like express themselves. With drawing and all that. You see the painting. Especially black artists. Do you know any black artists?
Like personally, I know I have some friends that are artists in their own right. Like some do like film, some do photography. Like I know an artist named Cedric Huckabee, and he's pretty big. Like he helped George Bush learn how to paint, and he sold stuff all around the world and all that stuff. I know, but really, I don't really know a whole lot of other artists. I know my friends like.
So you don't follow the famous artists on Instagram?
I mean I do, but I don't know them. Like Sloan, he's a big artist from the UK. Ryan Giles, he's from Chicago. He's a big artist. He's really cool. There's a lot of designers too that I follow, like Tremaine Emery. I was a big Virgil Abloh fan when he was like designing at Louis Vuitton. Pharrell has some cool stuff. There's a lot of brilliant black artists that are doing their thing and showing out. There's a lot of artists that cross over too. Like they'll do music, they'll do photography, they'll do a little bit of everything. So like, this is definitely one of those things where you shouldn't limit yourself. You should always just go after whatever you feel.
You should not limit yourself at all.
For sure.
But art, especially, art can also be a big part of, TV show, like, set designs and all that. Yeah. Because we do have a vision on how we want the set to be on the TV shows and all that.
Yeah, like,
to make it look real and organic.
Yeah. Especially like what you're saying with like the cartoons. Like illustrating and figuring out what's the best area for these people to be in, and even with like the plays, doing the real life set design, like there's a lot of artistry that goes into that, and it's kind of like whenever you read a book or like whenever you read something, you like picture it in your head, and then art is like translating that picture into something else so somebody else could have it in a different form, which is pretty cool. So
I always want to see how do they like design these TV show sets to make it feel like that it's real. And they be like, it's off of like, take for instance, Full House. It's based off of San Francisco, but in real life, it's filmed in L.A.
And it's
filmed in the studio. It be making it look like it's real, but like they actually don't stay in that city.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. They got so much like funding, but also there's so much research that goes into it, like the intricacies that make it look authentic, make it feel real. Like even I remember looking at like Martin and like.
Oh yeah, Martin and based off of Detroit.
yeah, or like the Wayans brothers.
Yeah,
and they always had like some crazy. And then like they'll go to like restaurants and parties and all this stuff, and it's like some of the stuff is real, but some of the stuff they make, and it's pretty cool to see how they like orchestrate the environment, create the environment.
Yeah,
it's really its own field of discovery.
Yeah, and they're just so amazing. To make it look like, oh, it's actually real. And people, I remember me as a kid, I always like, oh, I'm gonna go to their house. No, good well, it's not real. They're not actually.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. No, that's one thing I've been learning about, like at Texas A&M, like seeing how people do like the visual effects, the special effects, seeing how people do all the like 3D modeling and environmental design, like. You start seeing that stuff in like even just like real life movies. It don't got to be animated, but like you see all that stuff and it's like, dang, that's crazy. Somebody really designed that on the computer. Yeah,
they
really
know
cool.
what they doing. That's why it's good to get a professional.
Yeah,
like with me, I definitely had bitching with the TV shows I want to create. You know, and the cartoon I want to create. To get the best person for the job. How I want the set to look.
Yeah.
Like, take for instance, like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah.
During the first season, their house was not like their living room was small.
Yeah, it didn't seem like a Bel-Air house.
Yeah. So season 2, they had to end up updating it.
Yeah. It's like the small details that make it feel
because
real.
people surprisingly, nowadays people pay attention to every detail that goes on the shows now. They be like, oh, you see what they did? Oh, that's a production mistake and all that. Oh, you can see that microphone sticking out in that scene.
Yeah. No, man, people are critical, bro.
Then they talk about it on the internet.
That's the thing about the internet. Like, everybody gets a chance to have a voice. That's good, you know.
Let's look and see if these on. Oh yeah, we on.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, we good.
All right.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just like people like the soap. I'm watching a black soap opera called Beyond the Gates. It's new, and people be paying attention to every details. They be talking about the females, the female actress, her. Then they be talking about
picking them apart.
Then they be talking about what's going on in the set. You know. What they see, why that's there. Yeah. They be talking about their clothes and all that.
Yeah, man, it's crazy, bro.
Yeah,
it's crazy. No, that's one thing that I noticed about the internet is that like, I think that's one thing that kind of makes it hard to like put yourself out there too. Is like you see people getting picked apart. So, like sometimes you feel like, oh my gosh, is that gonna happen to me? But really. Really, you can't really let those things get to you for real. So
no, you can't though. I know, during these days and time, the internet, they see everything. They don't miss nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, take for instance, I don't know if you heard of the show A Different World. So, come to find out, and I did not even know this. And I know we see Dwayne and Whitney. They on the show, but in real life, he ain't Freddie. Yeah, in real life, and then during the season 5 episode, the season 5 premiere episode, we caught them kissing in the background of the show. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm like, did he just say he got engaged to Whitney? And he kissing Freddie. They were like, oh, she did not see that.
No, that's
when people say they was dating in real life during the show.
Tragic, bro. It's tragic.
Yeah, but I didn't even know they was dating in real life to the show until last year, though. Yeah.
Huh.
Because we so used to seeing, you know how people had good chemistry on TV. We be thinking that they in real life, but they not. So we so used to, we get, you know, these actors, they can be typecast.
Yeah, that's true.
And we be calling them their character name instead of their real names.
No, I think that's important to remember, is that they are actors and they are channeling somebody else's character for sure. Yeah. So, yeah, it's really interesting to see that. Yeah.
Like the show Family Matters. You know, I remember it was one episode that Eddie, he ran the car into the house. And you can tell that the show is filmed in the studio because they had show part of the studio.
Oh, man. That's crazy.
I'm like, how would they do that?
Yeah. You ever been in a wreck or anything like that?
No, I never been in a wreck before.
That's good.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm right now I'm practicing driving. And at times I would say I could get afraid to get into it because my little brother and cousin, they was in a car wreck. And my little cousin almost lost his life.
No, that's scary, bro.
But thank God that he's still alive, and he actually graduated from here back in May.
Hey, that's what's up. Yeah. That's what's up.
So he moving around. We thought he would never walk again, but God is good out there.
Yeah. No, that's amazing. I'm glad that he's doing well, prospering.
Yeah, he had like I'm not gonna say all that, but I never been in a wreck, and then that's my biggest fear though, to get into a wreck. Because Lord, no, I don't want to be up in no hospital.
No, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. There was some kind of bill that, like, Texas, there were some senators who were trying to pass this bill to change Texas speed limit, like highway speed limit, to like 100 miles an hour. It's crazy. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, like, that's gonna cause so many problems. It's gonna cause so many problems. But I mean, it's good that it didn't pass. But like, they playing with people's lives. It's crazy.
And they sure is.
Yeah.
This is why we can't put our trust in the government, y'all. You have to put your trust in God, because these people, what they do, they say one thing, say the other thing. I had to learn that from the best, y'all. To put my trust in God. That's who we should put our trust in.
Yeah, they got their allegiance in money.
Money, that's all people care about nowadays is money.
No, man, and that's one thing you can't take with you.
You can't take it with, because it's just so sad. And I know I'm bringing this up on the art episode. It's so many people that's dying, just checking up out of here. And it's a sad thing to read on the news that people younger than me is dying.
Yeah, no, it's a shame. It's a shame people are willing to take advantage of others for something that most of the time they don't even need. Like, it's people with billions and millions of dollars that are taking lives from people, lives from people that a lot of them ain't even done nothing wrong. It's children. You're taking lives from children that ain't done nothing wrong, and just to line your pockets, it's a shame, bro.
And then it's a sad thing. People nowadays is so heartless nowadays. They can claim and say that they love God and they have a relationship with God, but their heart is for Him. Like, they really, God, they not going by what God's word say, to be honest. They not showing the love that God loves. I noticed like a lot of hypocrisy amongst like people who say they're Christian but don't act it. They don't act it at all.
Like earlier, I was just driving here, I saw a sign that said like, it's okay to say no to the panhandlers or that kind of thing. Now, I'm not saying you need to be giving every panhandler all your money, but I'm saying that like, if we're following the values that are said in the Bible, if that's something that like the community is supposed to be based on, then we should be able to provide help to these people. You should be it should be okay to like it shouldn't be something that's like socially acceptable to just drive past people who are begging for your help.
Yeah, if you had the money, I don't see the problem to get it, to help them out. If God tells you to do it, go ahead and do it.
Yeah, and it's just like a community thing. Like I feel like nowadays, community is so rare, and it's something that you have to really seek out to find. And that's why a lot of people end up in those kinds of situations. Because a lot of it is just like not having the support or not having the right opportunities and not having the it's so much that goes into it, and it's not just people not wanting to get a job or not wanting to
But it's tough because I'm just gonna put it out there. Me, since I graduated from college, I'm having a hard time getting a job. It's tough, and I still have to stay with family members because you really can't make it out here, especially working at Taco Bell and McDonald's. And
that's not gonna pay the bills.
That's not gonna pay the bills, and this is why, y'all. This is why it's nothing wrong with staying with your family until you can figure it out. Do not let nobody tell you, well, you need to move. And how you gonna move if you struggling? If they hardly paying you at work? That's why I don't care what nobody say. I'm not taking any job because I don't have to. It'd be different if I have a family. If I had wife and kids, then I would take any job. But I don't have to because my aunt say I'm more than welcome to stay at her place until I get on my feet.
People, you can't let people's idea for your life be the ruler of your own life. Like just because somebody expects you to do something or has some expectation for you to be in some kind of place, it's your life. You got to do what's best for you. They not living it. They not,
and it's like, and it's some of these men, and I'm not that type of man that will say, well, your kids, they need to go out and see for themselves, and then they need to go out and do for themselves. But if they don't have the resources and they don't have the job, then they welcome to stay. As Christians, we supposed to be there for one another and help each other out. We need to take away our pride.
No, definitely.
I
think the world has changed so much since our parents were kids. And the job market has changed so much. The cost of living has changed so much, and it's just like
it's tough, especially those that us graduating from college. It's tough for us to get a job, especially
if you
the
don't
field.
Got connections or anything.
Especially the field that I'm trying to get in. The broadcasting field. That's a competitive business to be in.
And that's like one thing about the artistic media, any kind of job that's like really revolving around like entertainment, something outside of like services, I guess, it's really important to take what you do seriously and try and be the best at it in it, because like especially now with like AI and stuff, like that's one of the things like my professors talk about is like you can't just be mediocre and get a job. You're gonna have to be you have to provide something that nobody else can give.
You sure
that's really what it has to be. And like especially as an artist, it's like it's an interesting position in society because technically what I do as like a painter or as a expressing person, it's not it may be innovative in the realm of art, but it's not like a service for somebody. It can be a service. It can be like a spiritual, emotional. It could be a service in that way, but it's just, you have to make what you do impactful. And that's really what it is. Like, and I'm not saying that like every artist has to be like willing to do that to make money. Like if you just want to do art on your own, then do that, you know. But it's like if you're trying to make a living out of something, then you have to you have to make sure that what you're doing is one, important to you.
Yeah.
But you got to figure out how to connect it to others.
Yeah.
And that's really the hardest part. Is like even like you have a message. How can you connect it to others? And that's really what separates like people who are making it from people who aren't. Is like, how can I connect it to the biggest audience that is going to be the most impacted by what I have to say or what I am trying to get at. So but it's beautiful because we got the internet to do it.
Yeah,
so,
on the internet, everything.
So
shoot AI, you know, drawing.
Yeah,
like you want to draw everything, like for cities and all that. And then what's so amazing, like people can like find like somewhere in the city to draw they painting.
Oh yeah,
on the wall,
like like the murals and stuff. Yeah,
I love it. I love to see that. And then people be taking pictures. Like in Austin, they used to have a whole drawing. I don't think they have it no more, but people would go in there and take pictures, and that's what I like though.
Yeah, like stuff that's interactive.
Something very in, because we know like people love to take pictures, and I do sometimes, but I have to look good.
Like, no, like at my art show, like that's why I didn't really have any rules as to like, oh, don't touch this, don't because like that's part of the experience is like being able to feel things.
Yeah, because you can like, man, this picture really tell a story, and that's why I like about art. It tells a story.
Yeah, and you get to be a part of it.
Yeah,
you get to be a part of it, that's what I love the most, is just like being able to connect with people, being able to like bond with people over different, and even being able to defer with people, like having those challenging conversations where we don't see eye to eye. Those are important too.
Yeah,
because like it really challenges your humanity. Like, can I still love this person even though we don't see eye to eye?
Yeah, we can still. And this is one thing as Christians. We don't have to agree with everything, but we can love them regardless.
Yeah. And I think just like as a person, it's so much more beneficial to try and put love into. And now I'm not saying you gotta agree with what everybody's saying, but you still have to love them regardless. And try and urge.
Yeah.
Challenge yourself to not be fearful of the disconnection, but be loving in that situation, you know.
You definitely, God taught us to love one another, and we should follow Him.
Yeah, I mean, like it's so important to be connected and supported, and like that's one of the things. Like as a society, like it's we have to have that. We have to have that.
We have to regardless if they different, like people that deals with disability lies matter too, and I feel like they get treated very bad because the way they talk and the way they walk and all that.
People
handicapped. They be handicapped in the wheelchair, and then people be making fun of them.
Yeah, like people feel like they could take advantage of them because they're different, and that's not the case. Not the case. They all have opinions, and they're smart, and
what about they rights?
Exactly. And it's important not to take advantage of those people. And you really just have to recognize that they on the same wavelength that you are. Like you could have been that person if you were born at a different time, as a different person. Somebody could have, like that could have been you. And you can't take what you have for granted.
You want to be thankful that you able to walk, and you have hands, and you also have eyes. About that, y'all don't troll me for that.
Yeah, no, these mics, they got some. They're not too heavy, so don't be trolling him in the comments.
But yeah, man, it's always good. People may be different, but show them love,
Yeah, gotta show love.
Because me, I'm a different person. People don't know that I'm different. I'm not like everybody else, and people will make fun the way I talk. But hey, this is just how I talk,
Exactly.
Some people will say, "Oh, you retarded, you slow, you this and that." I'm like, you don't even know me. You can tell the way I talk and all. In high school, I would never forget. People would like make fun of me. And then I would tell you, man, a couple of times I wanted to like take my life and commit suicide because people would like make fun of me the way I talk and all that. So
no, that's just evil.
Evil
and ignorant, and I'm so glad that you didn't.
I'm still here.
Your presence is special.
Thank you.
I can tell that you got a natural joy and appreciation to life, and I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you giving me this opportunity. And now you get to be the voice for the other people who experience something similar. And that's because you came out on the other side.
Because I understand those who struggle with, being different, disability, and dealing with mental health and depression, because I know why I don't, I guess I'm going to get canceled for this, though. What I don't like about people in the body of Christ is they so quick to, like, dismiss people with depression. Like, they don't like people to deal with, they just
grateful.
the devil.
You blessed.
You blessed, and you don't know what nobody go through. They probably went through a breakup or a divorce. Or somebody trauma or somebody who died, passed away in their family. They grieving. So we can't sit there and say, "Oh, play depression away." It's always good for us. We have to own up to, because I deal with depression myself. And I understand. I'm not that type of Christian say, "Oh, that's just nothing but the devil." Depression is not real. And we need to stop saying that.
No,
because it is real.
Definitely.
So many people is taking their lives because we not willing to take out the time and talk to them and see what's going on. We just be dismissive towards them, say, "Oh, just pray about it."
I definitely have my experiences with like depression and feeling like lonely and lost, and like I think that's one of the things that really led me to start painting, is because like I had all those emotions and I had nowhere to put them, and you feel really alone in that, and everybody's like, I remember I would have some conversations with some people, and like it feels like almost like it's hopeless to get out of, and really it's like there's this story that this guy was saying, and I'm gonna say it real quick. I'm gonna give us a little short version, and it's like one time he was going through his day, and then depression knocked on his door, came in, took all his things, took all of his clothes, and then he left. And then the next day, depression knocks on the door, and it comes in. Instead, he brings his own stuff. He brings his own food to replace in the refrigerator, brings his own clothes to put on his back, changes out all the furniture, then he leaves. And then the next time he comes back, the guy stands up and he's like, "You could come in here, but you need to take all of your stuff, and I won't let you rule over my space anymore." So he lets him in, and then whenever he leaves, depression says, "I respect you."
Oh, wow.
And then he says, "I respect you too." So I think what that story is saying is that in life we may experience depression, but we can't let it rule over our space.
No,
you can't let it rule over your space, and by space I mean your mental space.
Yeah.
You gotta we are the landscapers of our own environment, you know. Despite whatever trauma or terrible situation you're going through, you know, you have the power and you have the ability to shape how you think. You know, and it may seem hard or hopeless or however, but you have to take that responsibility and that accountability to try and do that better for yourself, despite how hopeless you feel. You know, and it's hard. It really is a battle. Like, it really is a battle day to day.
You know, struggling with everything. You know, you feel like it's no hope. And I've been there too. I was there recently. I feel like, I applied to every job. And I'm like, man, God, why I'm having a hard time getting a job? I'm not happy with where I'm at in my life, you know. I'm trying to figure out. I'm looking at my friends on the social media that they go on vacations, they married and had careers, and I'm just stuck here at home. You can't judge. Can't judge. You know, you gotta realize that your life is on its own timing, and that what is for you will be for you. And that you just gotta keep pushing. You just gotta keep pushing. Because I tell you, man, recently I was almost about to check out of here again. I was like, man, this was in my head. I was like, I feel like I don't have no purpose. I might as well just bye-bye, check up out of here. You know, just, you know, be with my grandmama and grandpa, be with them. And my friends, you know, I would be more happy after the afterlife. That was my mindset recently.
So how'd you get out of that?
Well, it took, I had prayed and then read and started back reading the Bible. And talk with my friends up in the Christian community. Telling them what I was going on. And it's also very important to also talk with a therapist too. Like me, I'm gonna start back talking with a therapist.
That's good. That's good.
Don't be ashamed, you know. I'm an open book, y'all.
No, you got to. You got to be able to talk through those things. Like, I think why so many people let that trauma stay with them for so many years, because they don't have nobody to talk to about it. They don't have nobody anywhere to release it, or they don't have any safe places where they feel like they can put all that, and it festers in you, you know. So, like, I'm glad that you're taking those steps.
I am taking the step. It makes me feel better, and it's also made me feel better to, like, get out the house and be around people. Because if you be in the house all day, that's when depression comes in, that isolation. That's when it comes in. That's why I prefer to be out the house or work.
You got to do something with your
friends day. Hang out with friends, because it makes me feel better.
You know, I would always feel. I think I always felt better about my day whenever I went out and did something, even if it wasn't like working on something. If it was just getting up and going, you feel happier getting up and going. You know. No, so. I'm glad you're taking those steps, and I want to remind you, just like, take it slow. You know, some people don't find their call until they 50, 60 years old, and that's okay. Like, that's one thing that I learned, that I kind of had to come to terms with, like, being into, like, the visual media. Like, success may not even come while I'm alive. It may not come at all. Like, there's that story about Van Gogh where he sold one painting his entire life. He didn't sell one paint, or he sold one painting his entire life. And my bad. And he's one of the big catalysts for the modern painting scene, you know. So you never know what kind of impact you're gonna have even after you gone. So your life is worth living.
I got so much. I'm inspiring a lot of people. Especially having them on the podcast. I'm just so thankful. I cannot imagine that I would interview a lot of people on the podcast. I cannot even imagine that. And I told myself back in February that I'm part of Black History Month. You
creating your own story right now.
Yeah, I'm creating my own story, my own platform.
Yeah,
I don't have to worry. I can decide, because a lot of people say, well, you're not making no money out of it.
Yeah,
I really do
but
like her. I'm doing something that God told me to do. They called me to do.
Money.
Yeah.
It's bigger than the money. No, and I think like capitalist society has put so much emphasis on success being monetary that it makes people feel bad whenever, even if they are following something that they love, it makes people feel bad because they're not making money in a certain way, and I think that, like, yes, you do need money to survive, and it's good to like try and find creative ways to make money and all that, but if you feel fulfilled doing what you love, if you feel fulfilled, then you don't have to please nobody else.
No, you don't.
If you got a family, you need to go ahead and take care of your family.
Yeah, you definitely
But
need.
if it's just you and you are fulfilled by whatever you're doing, and you don't feel like I think there's like this big pressure to like expand and innovate and create this empire, and sometimes you just need family. Sometimes you just need love. Sometimes you just need to connect with the people around you.
Yeah.
It don't need to be all like you don't. I think there's so much more value in those things than there is in having. Cause you can have all that stuff and still feel empty.
Yeah, you still all the money and then the big houses and all that. You still won't be feeling happy. And I know some people, especially famous people, that have all that and they commit suicide.
Yeah, no, it's something where if you are going to go after it, I feel like. Now, everybody has their own path, but, like, for me, I feel like if I'm going to, like, do something, then I need to be passionate about it. Yeah. And if I do want to get money from it, then I want to do it on my own terms.
Yeah,
I don't want to be a slave to something else.
Yeah, and y'all, and I shout out to y'all generation. Y'all doing y'all thing. Y'all not just working on 9 to 5 job if y'all want to.
Yeah, no.
Y'all making, y'all doing, y'all want to be entrepreneur. Y'all want to be on, y'all want to own y'all own business. And that's why I like, do not let this older generation tell y'all any different.
No.
Y'all had to work a 9 to 5 job like that. Y'all don't. You and me, I don't like to be working under nobody. Got to be the right kind of job, though. You not going to see me. If I don't want to work at no McDonald's or Taco Bell, I don't have to do that.
And nowadays, like with a phone, there's so many different ways to make money. Like even just even if it's not creating content or something, you can make money from your phone. Like just clipping streamers. Or you can do so much stuff.
I'm not gonna judge nobody if they don't want to work a 9 to 5 job. That's so on
much
them.
You can do. Like you could become. Like even just like side hustles wise, you could do real estate. You could do
real estate, and hey, guess what? You can also do substitute teaching on the side.
Exactly.
That's what I did, and I'm thinking about starting that back.
Hey, might as well because like you don't have to. I think that now because everybody can like create your own platform, and there's so much information out there. Like. You don't have to settle for just what's around you. You don't have to settle for the McDonald's down the street. Like, if you have a computer and you have a phone, then you can find a way to make some money. Even if it's just like if you can find something you're interested, like even like this equipment right here. Like if you can find like you can buy and resell used equipment on a platform and make money off of that. If you have knowledge of something, then you can make money off of it.
So do what's best for y'all, though.
Do what you love.
Do what love, because you don't want to work any kind of job. You be like, oh, I wish I could have done. Then they slaving you and don't pay you the money that you so deserve to have. You know? And I had to learn that from the bed. I'm sitting there listening to my friends. They like, why don't you just work here. Won't you just? I say I don't fit working at no restaurant. That's not for me to be working at no food places. And I did the retails, and I did not like that. So I don't have to do that because it's my life. I could do what I want to do, what I please to work at, and that's what y'all should do. Do not go by what other people tell because they not living y'all life, you know.
But the thing is, if you are going to make your own way, you gotta be really committed.
Yeah,
you gotta be committed to it. You know, you have to make those things happen because nobody's looking out for you.
Nobody's not looking out.
You gotta make it happen. So, you know, I'm proud of you for taking that step. You know, and recognizing that because so many people just settle.
They just settle. You know, working any kind of way. Then they can't take off this day and that day and all that. Then they be all tired because guess what? That job could replace you. At any time. So if you got a business opportunity, go for it. If you want to get into real estate or do music and all that, go for it. Or own your own restaurant, go for it.
Like if you want to get into designing things, if you want to get into even just like creating your own media, entertainment. If it's just selling a product, if that's what you love to do and you feel called to do it, do that. Please do that. And if you have to find, like, I get it, like, in between things, but you never want that to be your end-all, be-all, is, like, being a slave for somebody else.
All the rest of your life, and then you have to wait to retire. I think, ain't the new age is 70 or something?
No, I definitely feel like my generation has seen that, like, even if you are working a 9 to 5, there's more to go after. You know, there's more to see, there's more to do. And like, I get it. If you're a doctor, you love being a doctor. That's great. If you're an engineer, you love being an engineer. That's great.
If you love to be a lawyer,
you know. So,
but
like,
do something that you love to do because you don't want to be all your life rich. You know, I'm working this job.
Don't just do something for the money. That's really what we saying.
Just don't do something. You got to do something. I had to learn for the best because I used to be critical of people. Why they doing this and that? They know good well they had bills to pay, but I don't know their situation.
You never know. You never know. So, but like that's kind of like my next wave is figuring out, like, over the next couple of years while I'm in college, like figuring out, like, boom, like I've been trying to learn, like, how do people make money as artists? How do people get opportunities to show their stuff and get around the right people? So, like, that's like my big next wave is like networking, figure out how to grow as an artist, as a person, and like really diving into that space with my best intentions and my best commitment and like just growing. That's what it's all about. Getting in the right place.
I seen your art on the thing. I love it, bro. You do good.
Man. I appreciate it.
I'm like, man, I could have, if I could have known, I could have came to your art show.
Nah, bro. I was trying to spread the word the best I could. I just didn't know. I was putting up flyers around like UTA and
because me, I love to support something. If it's good, I would definitely support it if it's possible.
I appreciate
especially with other black, you know.
I appreciate that, man. Nah, we gotta definitely put the support up for each other. And even just like your friends, like, it's cool to support your friends. It's okay. It's okay to show love. Like, you gotta show love to the people that you back and that you like. You support their message. Go ahead and show that. You know. So that's kind of a big lesson that I learned is that just being grateful for the people who have done so to me. So
oh, it's still what time?
It's 5:16.
Okay, we about to come.
We got about like 15 minutes. Is there anything specific you wanted to talk about, ask about?
Let's see what is so okay, you go to Texas A&M and what's your major?
I'm a visualization major.
Visualization.
So it can deal with a lot of things. A lot of people go there for like 3D animation, video game design, that kind of thing. But I've been really leaning into like I've been really liking the graphic design elements. I've been really liking, I think product design is interesting. You know, when I was younger, I was big into like basketball shoes and sneakers, and that kind of stuff. And like seeing like how people roll out those projects, I always thought was really cool. Like the different releases and like just like fashion design and that kind of thing. So I've been getting really into that thing, that area of focus. I've been making a lot of like posters and digital stuff lately. So that's kind of what I'm getting into. You know, I'm still finding my way, but I definitely am excited about like what is to come. It's a pretty innovative major, and they deal with a lot of new technology and new software, and like it's a lot of fun. So yeah, I'm like there's so much you could do with it. There's so much you could do with it. Like I met somebody who works, you know, like the Trek bicycle brand.
The Trek bicycle brand.
It's like a bicycle brand, but he works on doing like the 3D models for all the bicycles on the websites and stuff. I've met people who like they work at Disney and work at Pixar and you know work at EA Sports and all that other stuff. So like there's so many people who, and then there's people who have like done more entrepreneurship stuff. Like I know some people who started up their own animation studio this past semester, and I mean like there's a lot you could do with it. So I'm excited to see where I go with it. Yeah, so we'll see where it takes me. Man. You know, I'm excited.
I pray that it definitely works out for you.
Thank you,
brother.
Man.
But yeah, do you also design logos too?
I recently started doing some logo design. I'm pretty new to it, but I mean, I like it. I've been enjoying like the more experimental projects as well. So like getting into like photography, those kind of things. I've made some posters as well. I've done like shirt designs. So yeah, like I've been definitely dipping my foot, not my toe, dipping my foot in the water, trying to get acquainted with it. So yeah, I want to do something innovative though. Like I've been looking at this software called Touch Designer, and it's real interactive, and it like reacts to music and that sound, and it can react to videos, and it creates this visual video and stuff. It's really cool. So I've been starting to fiddle around with some of that stuff. So.
Man, it's cool, bro.
Thank you.
Most definitely. So, will you like to see your art at the Arts Festival out for Main Street next year?
If I could get back here, I don't know. I'll have to see. I gotta kind of. We'll see. I've been thinking about it though for sure because, it's a lot of fun, and I told myself like 3 years ago, it's like eventually I'm gonna have a booth. I'm gonna do a booth. So we'll see if that's the right opportunity. You know, it's a good opportunity, it is an opportunity, but we gotta see if that's the right opportunity because I don't know what how much booths are and all that kind of stuff. So we'll see. But yeah, as far as I think right now, my focus is just like growing and improving my skills and really learning what kind of person and designer I want to be. What kind of artist I want to be going forward. So, yeah, that's really been my goals as of late, is just to really like hone in on my craft. So, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, thank y'all so much for watching this episode of Real Talk with Shawn Smith. Be sure to catch new episodes every Wednesday and Friday on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify and iHeartRadio. And also follow Real Talk with Shawn Smith on Instagram, and subscribe to Real Talk with Shawn Smith on YouTube, of course. That being said, what can they find you on social media?
You can find me at Daniel._Reic on Instagram. I'm still getting started on TikTok, so we'll see if I do that.
Okay.
And then I'm about to start up a YouTube channel.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Be on the lookout for that. So
Yeah.
yeah. So mainly just Instagram.
Yeah, y'all definitely check him out.
Yeah.
Then what's your advice to those that want to get into the same thing as you?
Just create and enjoy creating in those early days. Really learn about your craft. Like, be invested and learn about what artists are doing and how to create, and not in a manner to replicate their success, but more in just to learn how people have lived, you know.
Okay.
And really be authentic, be honest, and that's what people will feel. People can tell whenever you're being really authentic and genuine about what you create. So yeah, go out there and do it. You know, no idea is too big for you to accomplish. No idea is too small. So pursue it, dream it, love it, live it. Do all you can to, keep the dream alive, for sure.
Okay, then. Well, y'all definitely take his advice. So yeah, like I always do on towards the end of each episode, we gonna play, and would you like to do the honors of us playing?
Sure. I'll pray.
Okay, brother.
All right. Dear God, thank you for this day. Thank you for this opportunity to talk and speak with Shawn Smith. I appreciate you waking us up this morning and starting us on this day. Lord, I appreciate the peace that you put upon this earth for us to acquire. In your name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Y'all take care and see y'all next time. The next episode, Real Talk with Shawn Smith. Peace, and y'all come back now.